Hello, this is Ron Charest, and today I will present my Edit 704 Instructional Design Challenge, a human-powered watercraft skills course for adults. Now, human-propelled watercraft are boats moved by human power instead of sails or engines. The activity is classified as paddle sports recreation. Now, paddle sport activities have become increasingly popular over the past several years, particularly with SUPs and kayaks. The demographics are also very interesting. As of 2015, the last year public data was available, we see that a majority of participants are educated professional adults, and it also shows that paddle sports are enjoyed in all states in the United States. Now, on the negative side, kayaks and canoes account for the fourth highest number of fatal accidents across all types of watercraft. The U.S. Coast Guard collects all watercraft safety data. Their statistics show that people with no boating education account for the highest percentage of fatal accidents. However, no state requires training for people who only operate human-powered watercraft. All states require training for powerboat operators because there is so little commonality between powerboats and human-powered watercraft. The rules don't apply to paddle sports. Now, ironically, there are existing training standards exclusively for human-powered watercraft. The National Association of State Boarding Law Administrators, NASBLA, has developed a curriculum for 6 to 8 hours of expected training. However, this course is not widely implemented and not widely promoted. So I propose the creation of a NASBLA-compliant, human-powered watercraft skills course for adults. This will include safety training and general paddle sports skills. First, I'll discuss the learning theories behind my course development. Now, the key course constraint is that this is not legally required. So the only way to make this work is to keep learners engaged with perceived value of the content throughout the course. And we're also going to throw in some completion rewards for extrinsic motivation. Now, the target learners are people that are new to paddle sports so that we can capture synergistic learning for people who are buying their first equipment, and we'll be forming new values by trying to change existing values. We're going to focus on adult learners. These people are generally educated, so they have learning competencies. And the target learners are nationwide paddle sport enthusiasts. So we're going to use an e-learning course that's self-paced with no dedicated instructors for the widest penetration at lowest cost. Now we're focusing on adult learners, so we'll be utilizing the 6 principles of adult learning as developed by Dr. Knowles. Now, these principles we funneled through the ARCS model developed by Dr. Keller. We feel that the ARCS model is best suited for our specific e-learning course format. We're looking at voluntary. Learners only remain engaged for perceived value. They want relevant content. The knowledge will provide confidence in their paddle sports activities and will create some personal satisfaction. Again, all these are most relevant to a self-paced e-learning program. Now, the course content will be compliant with NASBLA standards, both the curriculum and the technical report, which describes requirements of course certifications. Now, once the learners have taken the course, we're not going to just leave them alone and drop them. We're going to motivate them to enjoy social cognitive theories of encouraging lifelong learning in a constructivist environment of paddle sport communities to keep them engaged and continually learning new skills. Next, we'll discuss the course design. Now, technical considerations are, first of all, it will be a web-based course served via the internet So we have to accommodate slow networks and Wi-Fi devices because, quite frankly, there's a lot of people in this country who don't have access to high-speed internet. The course will be designed to work on standard computer systems, both fixed and mobile devices. We're going to assume the learners have a computer literacy capable of operating smartphones, so the course will be built to that level. It will require an account login so users can leave and come back, but we're not going to be collecting any personal information, so there's no Privacy Act considerations. Next, we'll promote the outdoor equipment retailers at point of sale, the paddle sport equipment customers. We'll follow up these promotions via social networks and gain user credibility among opinion leaders and peer-to-peer users. We'll also promote as a skills course, not a safety course, to avoid any possible negative connotations. Now we're going to start with a pre-assessment dressed up as a did you know Facebook personality game style quiz format. Keep it fun. Which will also immediately provide some skill level awareness. We'll move the learners from this into the actual course objectives and the various topics. We'll keep the learners engaged throughout the course by using different formats suitable for the topic. This will include check your knowledge quizzes, video presentations, gaming formats, and maybe some static text and audio when it is appropriate. We'll also intersperse these skills learning with terminology and safety information, again, and break up the flow and keep the learners engaged. Now, the learner will have full control over the participation. They can leave and come back at any time. And should they leave and not come back for a few days, we'll use a nag mail email feature to remind the learners that the course is still there waiting for them and they can come back and continue learning. We'll also give the learners the opportunity to leave the topic and jump to a course bulletin board to read other learners' comments on the topic or post their own comments. Again, we're looking at creating awareness of the community and create interest to connect with the community upon completing their course. Now, we'll also have a learner selectable state-specific module that gives information exclusively for the state that the learners will paddle in. This increases the relevance of the program. Now, there'll be a post-course assessment that acts as a course review to the learners, and for the developers, this provides one of the metrics to monitor the course effectiveness. Now, end of course rewards will include continuing education units, as many professionals require continuing education credits for their job, and we'll also provide them a free downloadable app for continued just-in-time learning. Now, the course closes out with referrals to social networking resources and affiliated organizations that are local to the learners community. The course assessment will include finishes, course completions versus starts to see how well we're keeping the learners engaged throughout the course. There'll be pre- and post-course assessment scores indicating learning effectiveness. We'll be monitoring adoption via social networks to see how well it's being promoted on its own. And the gold star of assessment will be looking for a decrease in paddle sport accidents. Okay, thank you, and happy paddling.